me for another episode of Coffee Talk, number 506, live stream, 7 p.m. Friday, September the 26th, 2025. And I feel a cough coming on. Good Lord. I don't do it very often, but I'm having Diet Pepsi. I had this with 3 tacos that I had from Taco Bell. Made a run for the border. Got my wife and I tacos this evening, and I have a Diet Pepsi with it. Trying to avoid sodas and such. Drinking a lot of mineral water, better for you. Waiting for some people to come in. Trying to get going. It's actually 6:59. I have people sometimes. I start a couple of minutes early. Man, they wait till 7 o'clock and then they pop at 7 o'clock. Waiting for somebody to enter the house. It's been a week. Another week. 2 weeks. I got 2 more weeks. October the 9th will end the first quarter. Man, the year's been going by fast. The first quarter is already coming to an end. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. The 10th will be a Friday and it will be a work day. Everybody's got to get their grades done. Had a training session for the MERT team today. We haven't actually had a medical emergency, thank God. Lady M, how you doing, Lady M? We haven't had a medical emergency this year, thankfully. But today we had a practice. And it's supposed to send Raptor, which is the emergency system, supposed to go off on our phone, Raptor. And it didn't go off on my phone, it didn't go off my boss's phone. And we're waiting. So I said, let's go over to the junior high. You know, the junior high's behind the high school. Let's go over to the junior high and see what's going on. Went over there, their alarms are going off inside the building, and they practiced their emergency, their MERT. Oh, we're done. Really? Well, that's wonderful. We never got the notification. Now, in the event of an actual emergency, it'd be all hands from the MERT team on deck, because we all have roles to play. But it didn't happen. It did not happen. How are you doing, Uncle Al? Seems like you and Lady M are the first two to come in. I was talking about a snafu today. We had a MERT. We had a practice MERT today, medical alert, or medical emergency response team, MERT, at the junior high. We didn't get the notification. My boss and I did not get the notification. So we're going about our business, you know, and we went over to the junior high, and they'd already had it, and the alarm was going off, and they're basically done. And it's like, well, what the heck is going on? We're supposed to get a notification on our phones. It says, well, in the future, when there's actually a MERT, we'll use our walkie-talkies and make an announcement, MERT Team 2, and where it's going, because can't guarantee that the technology for the cell phones will be working. Hello, Dave. How you doing? But it was a snafu. Situation normal. Well, they indicted James Comey, and he's crying about it. Former FBI director who did all that monkey business um, when Trump was running for office the first time before he got elected, and that James Comey. Well, he finally got indicted for lying to Congress and for something else. They indicted him on two different things. Oh, and the progressive left, they're crying about it. Enrique Trevino, how you doing? Pre-retirement days, comfort food and more, and part-time planning. How's it going, Peter? How are we doing, Betty? I appreciate y'all coming in this evening. Rachel, the mom of 4 boys. How's it going, Rachel? Little lone prepper. Hello, Barbara. Hmm. 8 in the house, 9 likes. And we are 7 minutes into the live stream. I hope you're feeling better, Dave. Sorry, I apologize for not checking on you today. Well, it's at times like this, Uncle Al says, do an unboxing or do an enveloping. Myra, who hasn't been by lately, and I apologize, I haven't been by her lately either. Myra would say an unenveloping. So I'm going to do an unboxing and I'm going to do an unenveloping. We'll do the unenveloping first. This is a plastic bag. The bag! The bag! The bag! Plastic bag. Ouch. Man, it's bad when your nails get you. Woo! A lot of bag. The bag. Cookies! A 30-pack. What do I do with so many cookies? I give them to kids at school. People want a snack, I give them snacks. If they're taking care of business, I give them snacks. Then you ask, what do those cookies cost me? Yeah, an unbagging. A bag, envelope, whatever you want to call it. But, those cookies are about $13. A little less than $13. 30-pack. Variety. Chips Ahoy and 2 different Oreos. So that's one of them. And I've got a couple of boxes back there. I feel the urge to order more, and I order more. So now we have a box. It's a box. What do we have in the box? 2 number 10 cans. I'm still ordering number 10 cans of freeze-dried foods. This is an Agassiz Farms potato shreds. Got lots of these, and I got more. 2 of the Agassiz Farms potato shreds. Now, the way I do these when they come in, I get stuff in. I will put the date on it. When did I get it? Well, this was 9 of 25. So I'm going to write on here 9, still September of 25. And then I'm going to write, what did I pay for it? Well, I paid with shipping $8.11 for each of them. I bought 2 of them, ordered 2 of them. They're on sale. They're on sale. So I am labeling them, and then I will go when I get a chance, and I will put them in the appropriate pantry up top, where I've got one dedicated to freeze-dried foods. Yeah, I'm not writing down the day of the month. I'm writing down the year, and yeah, I could say 2025, but when I do it, I or somebody will know it's the 9th month of 25. So I'm putting 9. Well, I'll tell you what, to make Uncle Al feel better, I will put 9 of 2025. And again, the price is $8.11. I paid $16.22 delivered for the 2 of them. Okay? And I order different things when they're on sale. And I probably have about 6 cans of this stuff. I've used it. It's good. So I buy different items. Got lots of freeze-dried milk, beverage powders, moo milk for the chocolate, the vanilla milk, the orange smoothie or the orange drink type stuff, and I've got lots of that stuff. You got to figure on 11 likes and 9 in the house. This must be what happens when you don't disable cookies on your PC. Okay. Yep. 28 states are getting a big surprise in October. October surprise. Well, so we had that incident where James Comey was indicted, and I think there's going to be some more indictments coming out pretty quick because the statute of limitations for prosecution is running out in the near future in about a week or so. So you may see some more indictments. But the grand jury indicted, and Comey says he knew it was coming. You know, he thinks it's personal. But then he lied to, reportedly, I should say, reportedly, he is accused of lying to Congress. And they've been playing footage of Ted Cruz interviewing him, where the things that they're accusing him of saying, he's recorded saying, you know, in a congressional interview. Anyway, so we're at that. And we are about almost 15 minutes into the live stream, so I guess I need to start on the topics. So, the big urban myth. Hello, Domino. How you doing? Domino in the house. So, ooh, is Mom in here too? Is it just you? Anybody heard from Melinda Elliott, Domino's mother? Don't see her yet. She may be coming in too in a little while. So anyway, the big urban myth of a nuclear event or events. These are notes from Uncle Al. World War III. Mass destruction. A big urban myth. More of nuclear events. Instead of huge numbers of missiles, it will be limited targets of major cities and certain bases. Modern warfare changed this in 2010. Well, the idea being, if we get into it with Russia or we get into it with China, they will hit the big blue cities. We might lose 8 or 10, 12 big blue cities. New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Atlanta, Houston, Dallas, Baltimore, Jersey. Would break my heart. It would really break my heart. I know it would break all y'all's. And I feel sorry for the good folks that would be living in these places, but So, here's another one. Iodine tablets are not anti-radiation pills. A big myth. The truth: prevents the thyroid from picking up radioactive iodine. You still die from a heavy dose of radiation. Always consult with a medical professional before taking any iodine supplements. If you're between 18 and 50 years old, should be fine with little to no symptoms. However, severe symptoms and side effects can happen. Now, I'm not a medical professional, and I'm not giving medical advice. And these notes I'm basically getting from Uncle Al. If you're older, between 50 and 80 years, medical history and problems. Severe side effects. Now this is Uncle Al's wording, testicles, apologies ladies, fall off or discharge of uterus. Discharge of uterus. This is Uncle Al relating this. Worst case, you go into shock, prophylactic shock. Remember, this is Uncle Al talking about his past. I worked as a nuclear security specialist in the Air Force. And thank you for your service, Uncle Al. Uncle Al did serve in the Air Force way back in the day, um, under SAC command. Clean up 3 broken arrows, 2 bombers, and 1 missile silo. And there were incidents that they had, you don't hear a lot about them, but there were incidents. So I wonder some of this stuff didn't go off. Um, this is Uncle Al. This is Uncle Al's testimony. It's his testimonial. No pun intended. Uh, so overall, they're not anti-radiation. It's okay. White overalls are not anti-radiation suits. It's a big urban myth. Big urban myth. Coveralls prevent contact from chemical exposure, biological agents, and radioactive particles. You still die from exposure. The truth. Both of my husband's parents served in the Air Force during the Korean conflict, but my mother-in-law never left the USA. Well, 8 in the house, 11 likes. To continue on protective overalls. Myth. They are not anti-radiation suits. Wearing in a bunker or shelter. Plain stupid. Protective overalls, white or Tilex or whatever you call it, are used to prevent contact of the skin from contaminations. Hello, Mike Crusher. How are you doing? Been a while. Thank you for coming. Please leave a like. It will be greatly appreciated. They're used mainly in chemical spills or agricultural spraying. Some use in radiation waste cleanup, not from fallout. And then Uncle Al says, I wore a real NBC suit that's nuclear, biological, and chemical suit. First, you wear a diaper for duration operations. No going to the restroom. KP Heathen, my friend, in the house. Mr. Whistle. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. John C. Holmes in the house. So again, no going to the restroom. Second is the charcoal layer of the suit, charcoal. Finally, the protective overalls. Face is exposed to the wearer. You wear a gas mask or air mask to an air tank. See firefighter's outfit. Thank you for the thumbs up. And I'm glad you're darn good. 30 minutes for an air tank. 4 hours for the gas mask. Monitor your exposure time. Moisture and contamination is your enemy. The first 72 hours will kill most preppers during a nuclear event. The idea, what's going to kill most people initially is going to be the blast. If you're within the blast, ground zero, close to it, depending on how large it is, the blast or air blast, if you're within a certain range. And then you have the shock wave, got, wind coming at you hundreds of miles an hour, get killed by the shock wave. The radioactive fallout, if you're a distance off, if you can't shelter, that's what's going to eventually get you, the radiation, because you're going to get a high dose of radiation. What kills preppers in a nuclear event? It's the blast, the shock wave, and the thermal radiation. If you are at ground zero, the rest of them dies from radiation poisoning. See post. After the blast and shock waves comes the fallout. Alpha particle decay, the fastest, cause skin burns. Worse if inhales. Burns the lungs. Wear a gas mask and gloves with protective clothing. Lasts from 12 hours to a day. Then, beta particles is a slow decay radiation. This one caused damage to vital organs, including thyroid gland, lungs, kidneys, testicular gland, etc. Lasts from 1 to 3 days. Don't drink or eat in exposed areas. Don't go to the bathroom in exposed areas. The big killer of fallout is gamma particles. Lasts about 2 weeks. So you basically need to be sheltered for about 2 weeks. These people with these bomb shelters, or bunkers or whatever, reconditioned bunkers or whatever, you go underground or you go into protection for about 2 weeks, and then you should be able to come out and move around. You still need to monitor high dosage areas if if you go into a blast area, but it'd be a lot more user friendly after 2 weeks. Yep. You got to limit your exposure time. Got to limit the rads. Fully exposed, death in a few hours from cellular damage from radiation, vomiting, hair loss, blood, and pus from all body orifices. Seek shelter for 2 weeks and limit outside activities. Be sure that shelter has an air system with filters that are designed for NBC, not your standard HVAC system filters. Got to take care of more than particles, dust particles. Blast from the past, Geiger counter. Yep. That'd be good to have. They have these little badges that they would, if you work anywhere around potential radiation or whatever, they have little badges that will measure how many rads, you have. Check it. You're getting minute quantities of radiation spewing out in the sun. We are 33 minutes in, just about. And a footnote. I'll give a footnote. The father of socialism. Somebody want to Google that one? The father of socialism. Since we all know the father of capitalism was Adam Smith, father of capitalism, a good guy. And the father of communism was Karl Marx. Marx and Engels. Who was the father of socialism / fascism? It was an Italian student of Marx and Engels by the name of Giovanni Gentile. A Gentile. Gentle. Giovanni. He lived from 1877 to 1944. Hidden by all political science professors. Communist, the forgotten socialist philosopher who shaped many early socialist societies in Europe and Latin America. Later helped shape Mussolini, his ideology, the fascist. Later Hitler, and today's progressive rhetoric. The progressives. On you. Yep. 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 That is true. The bulk of people can't afford a bunker. I mean, they've got companies that make them for you. They will use this big tubing. Um, they'll use a lot of times. They'll use a section of pipe, like what they use for these huge pipelines. You'll have a pipe that's maybe 10 or 12 feet in diameter, and then they weld doors on either end. You know, and they put a floor in it where you can put stuff and store under the floor, and they'll put filtration in it, filtration system, cover it up. Then you got like a ladder or stairs to get up to the ground level, and you pay $100,000, $200,000 for one, and you have it stocked. It'll have a little restroom facility in it, some place that you can basically hide out for a couple of weeks if there actually was a major war and you need to survive the fallout, the blast and the fallout. You're in your shelter for a couple of weeks. After a couple of weeks, you can come out and, you can see what's left. Mind you, it's like something goes off and then you have particles falling. And it takes a couple of weeks for all that stuff to clear. You know. It's a sad thought, what we would have to live with or what we'd have to do. Vadi Bacham passed away. I don't know who that is. Maybe I should, but I don't. A pastor? Oh, he was a pastor? Okay. May he rest in peace. I am concerned with, you've got people like Xi and Putin, and you've got people who have access to nuclear weapons. They're getting older. Their minds aren't what they used to be. They're cranky. And they could cause a lot of grief. Now, mind you, we would cause grief back. But I don't know if they're in a bunker someplace that we're not going to hit. And they're really secure, that would prevent them from hitting us. Oh yeah, we retaliate, so we kill each other's civilians, and we'd probably take out some military assets because we'd hit some bases and they'd hit some bases. Not something I like thinking about. 6 in the house, 15 likes. We're about 40 minutes into the live stream. I understand, little long prepper. I understand. well. And I will say again, I did a couple of unboxings. One of them, well, it was a bag, about 13, a little less than $13. They're going up. Last ones I bought were a little over $11. These are a little less than 13, so prices are going up. We're still dealing with inflation or the devaluation of money. The more you have in print, the less it's worth. And I got a couple of I just did a box. Got a couple of number 10 cans, 23 ounces, 1 pound, 7 ounces. Flavorful, hearty, always ready potato shreds. This would be like for breakfast or for, lunch, supper, whatever. It'd be a side. 80 calories for serving. Serving size, 1/3 of a cup. About 31 servings per container. Directions: remove oxygen absorber and discard. Add potato shreds to boiling water. Reduce heat to medium and continue cooking for 10 to 15 minutes until tender, stirring occasionally. Drain excess water. Use in receipts calling for potatoes, or fry on well-oiled grills at 375 degrees for 3 to 4 minutes, or until golden browns, like hash browns. 31 servings, 80 calories per serving. And just add water, a 25-year shelf life. Just got 2 more of them in, $16.22. Yep, hash browns. Belinda's Country Living. Hello, Belinda. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you coming, young lady. Well, so I covered some myths today, topics from Uncle Al, and I did a couple of openings of stuff that I'd got in. I continue to collect number 10 cans and pails, and fleshing out my variety and selection of food items, beverage items. You do freeze-dried eggs, hash browns, grits or cream of wheat, oatmeal. Those are breakfast items. You can eat them any time of the day, but those are more breakfast items. Making pizza for the kids. And you can use stuff like that to make soup and throw some chicken broth, veggies, Handful of shreds. Yep, 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 yep. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. I understand, Belinda. With my work and my wife, update on my wife. She had her staples are out, her stitches are out, the tube is out from her belly. She's got to take it easy. Um, slow recovery. Can't lift anything heavy. Got to take it easy. She is driving. Oh, I was catching hell about her not driving, but she's able to drive now. Stocking up on Red Bull wings would be very useful in an SHTF situation. Yeah. God bless you, Dave. Did you hit 20,000, son? Dave's channel's been blowing up. Thank you, Uncle Al. I still have to do an unboxing of Uncle Al's box. It's been sitting there for probably a month. I've got to do a legitimate unboxing, or I've got to do a video of Dave's box. I've got to do the 500th, and I'm going to try to get that one done this weekend. The 500th live stream winner, to do the drawing and do the box and stuff. I got all the stuff already in the box. I just need to film taking it out to show you what's going to be in that box. It's going to be a nice box. And I've got to do the drawing this weekend. Well, it is what it is. Life is what it is, and it is what it is. My wife had a lot rougher than me. I just have to live with it, just try to be supportive. And it's painful. It's like your child. Your wife is like your child. If they hurt, you hurt. I guess it'd be the same way for your husband. If you're, a lady married, and you've got a husband, you love your husband, and it hurts if he's having issues. Painful. Life is, every day's a challenge. Every day's a challenge. So, in all the boxes I send out, I'm going to be putting in just got a big supply of them in. And I'll be putting in a copy of the Constitution with the Bill of Rights. It's got the Declaration of Independence, 1776, the Constitution, the amendments. Oh man, important dates to remember. Good stuff, good stuff. We are in Preparedness Month. September is National Preparedness Month. We are in hurricane season. If you live along the coast, that'll be till the end of November. Still got a couple of more months. And your wife is like a child, Muhammad the Prophet. He married one, didn't he? I don't want to get into that because I don't want to offend any of the desert dwellers. I don't want to get on their bad side and then they come after me. Don't want that. Gotta respect people's religions. It's fall, temperatures in the 90s, drought conditions, and gonna have a hurricane Sunday. North Carolina. Well, ugh, we got 90s here in Texas too. It was nice. It was 69, 68, 69 degrees this morning. Then it got hot and it got up to around 90ish. It's a nice day. Man, it came down yesterday. It rained. I was going to work and it poured on my way to work. It poured. I'm doing 50 miles an hour because it's like just pouring down. And I got these idiots blowing past me. I mean, just passing me like I'm not even moving. Nuts. The way they drive. They just speed past you. Absolutely crazy. So, 7 in the house, 15 likes. I had been trying to do 1 or 2 shorts every day. Usually food items, what I eat at school, what I eat at the house. I got gas this evening, and I did a shot some footage of me getting gas. So there'll probably be a gas short coming out this weekend, and let's hope nobody gets hurt. Antifa has been declared a terrorist organization. Their followers and their funders will be, I'm sure they'll be visited by the government. We can't have people funding criminals, and we can't have people funding lawlessness. So they'll start dealing with that. It's long overdue. Isn't it about time for Uncle Al to say, "Careful, David," or Little Lone Prepper, or Barbara, perhaps Holly? Hadn't seen Holly Ivins this evening. Be in prayer for her husband. Yes, BLM too. Black Lives Matter, BLM. Man, they had a operation going. Their leadership got nice houses. They bought properties. The money that they were getting, most of that was going to support the lifestyles of their leadership. Small group of disgruntled black people. Well, yeah, they were making donations to them, you know. Um, Praying for everybody. I pray for everybody. Be in prayer. So, it has been a day. It has been a day. I'm glad I've got a weekend. I'll do my cleaning. Gotta do my washing. Do some cooking. I enjoy cooking. I've been thinking about challenging our cosmetology teacher to a duel, making some dish, or Spanish omelet or breakfast taquitos or some such. Gotta have the secret ingredients: pepper sauce and jalapenos. Planning on doing a fundraiser. I'm sponsoring the freshman class this year. Planning on doing a fundraiser now. Not tax refundable BLM donations will be seen by IRS. That's a good thing. Um, so I'm sponsoring the freshman class at my school this year. I'm gonna plan on setting up a background, use a couple of lights, use my cell phone to take pictures and sell 4x6s for our Halloween fall festival. We'll have like a background set up with a bale of hay and a scarecrow and a couple of pumpkins, and we'll do a fundraiser like maybe $5 for a 4x6. Hopefully make a little bit of money. Yeah, I'm hoping, I'm hoping they clean some of this stuff out. I'm not happy with people like AOC, um, Shift, Shifty Shift, Uncle Al Senator. That was a shot, Uncle Al. Uh, Gavin Newsom. God, that guy is killing California. Um, I think that crazy Congresswoman Crockett, loudmouth, foul-mouthed woman up in Dallas, I think her seat's basically, she's going to lose her seat. So I'm hoping she's out in the midterms. Need to go after the so-called squad. They're the worst of the worst socialist slash communist. Call themselves the squad. Yeah, evil doesn't try to hide. There are people who worship Satan. They're atheists and Satanists and, devil worshippers. They they have no fear of God. Uh, just horrible upbringings. It is against the law to marry your father or your brother, at least here. So I have not been doing live streams for the last couple of months during the week. I've been basically reserving them for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So there will be another one tomorrow, and there will be another one on Sunday. I anticipate Uncle Al giving me a topic probably for tomorrow, some notes, which I truly appreciate. And then Sunday will probably be an open topic or a rant. Everybody can get their hits in. Thank you, Uncle Al. Uncle Al's got the family over. Good man. Active in his church. I used to be active in the church. And I'm I don't even know what to say about that for me as far as that goes. But anyway, when I get up in the morning, I thank God for the day. You don't know how many days you have. They're numbered. And say the Lord's Prayer. Jesus gave it to us to say. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Try to love your neighbors. If you don't have anything good to say, my mom used to always say, don't say anything. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Remember, this is Preparedness Month, National Preparedness Month. That's the prepper. Be prepared. The Scouts, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, be prepared. And everybody, please have a blessed day. And hopefully, we'll get together again tomorrow for another episode of Coffee Talk. I really enjoyed this one. I think it was a very good one. Prove me wrong on freeze-dried food. Yeah, that'd be a good one, Enrique. I really need to try to get back on doing news. It's been a while since I've done news. It's been a while since I've done a ration review. It's been a while since I've sent out a box to anybody. I'm really behind on that. Got people. I got their. It's like Pavlov's dog. They're salivating. They want their box. And I can't blame them. I've promised some boxes. I hadn't got them out, so I need to really get off the stick and do it. Take care. Thank you, everybody. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. God bless. And keep watching my shorts when they show up. I do 1 or 2 a day. Bye-bye.